Have you ever had thoughts of selling your home without the help of a real estate professional? Then you need to make sure you do these 3 things to get your home sold. Hey everyone, it's Shelly Killinger here from the Shelly Killinger Group at RE/MAX CSI. Welcome to Feels Like Home, our weekly real estate chat. And today we are talking about selling your home without the help of a real estate professional. So yes, there's a group of folks out there that do attempt to sell their home on their own without the help of a real estate professional. And I wanted to talk directly to those folks today. I know that it's a tough game out there, and I wanted to give you 3 quick tips that you can take home and use today to help get your home sold in the shortest amount of time for the most amount of money. So tip number 1 is preparation. Preparation is paramount. It's key. You have to make sure that you're preparing your home for market. A lot of people think, well, we can just snap some photos and we'll throw them on Zillow and that'll do the trick. It'll be sold in no time. That is not the case. Before you even get to the photo stage, you need to make sure that you have prepared your home, that it is going to serve, that it's going to show well in a buyer's eyes. So you want to walk through your home and look at it through a buyer's eyes. Make sure, functionally speaking, is everything working? You know, is there a leaky faucet, or is there a cabinet door that's broken, or is your doorbell not working? Those types of things, even though they're small, and you may think, oh, we'll fix that later, it's not a big deal. If a buyer sees that those small things weren't taken care of, what are they going to think about the big ticket items? They're going to wonder if you've taken care of the house well. So just make sure that those easy fixes are taken care of. Have a handyman out and fix them in a weekend, or if you're handy, tackle them yourselves. The second thing you want to make sure you do in this whole preparation phase is to walk through your house and look at it cosmetically. Would it appeal to the widest range of buyers possible? So that means you want your house to be clean, odor-free, neutral, and easy to walk around. So you want to take a look at your paint colors. Are they really bold? Are they very specific in terms of your decor choices? You want to neutralize that as much as possible, because you certainly don't want to turn anyone off by bright paint colors or jarring decor. You also want to make sure that your rooms are open and spacious feeling. You don't want to have them overcrowded with furniture. At this point with my listings, I typically bring in my home stager, and she's very helpful with that. She can look at a room and make sure that it flows properly, make sure that each room has a purpose, those kinds of things. That goes a long way in preparation. And the last thing I would say in preparation, make sure you clean your home. Make sure that it is top to bottom, squeaky clean. There is nothing that turns a buyer off more than a home that is not clean or a home that has odor. So make sure your home does not fall into that category. So that is step number 1, is preparing your home. Step or tip number 2 is to make sure you price your home appropriately. And this is tough whenever it's your home that you're selling and you've loved on this home and you've put so much into this home over the years that you've lived there. I totally get it. I feel the same way about my personal home. But what you need to do is you need to look at the comparable properties that have sold. Don't just look at Zillow and choose their estimate and go with that price. Much worse, don't just think about your friend's home that you think might be similar, a couple miles over, and price it that same price. You need to dive deep into the comparables. So pull every sold home in the last 6 months within a couple miles of your home and stack it up against yours. Price them from lowest to highest. Take the lowest priced home and take a look at it in comparison to yours, and how does it rank? How does your home rank in comparison to that lowest priced home, the lowest priced comparable? Is it the same amount of square footage? Is it larger? Does it have more updates? Does it have more bedrooms? Does it have more bathrooms? If so, then you can price yourself a little bit higher than that comparable, and you can go to the next highest comparable. You compare yourself to that one. How does it compare? If you feel like you can compete with that home in square footage, bedrooms, bathrooms, updates, then you go to the next highest comparable until you start to get pushback from the market, until you start to realize, gosh, I would not compete with that house in terms of square footage, bedrooms, bathrooms, garage bays, that kind of thing. That is typically where you've hit the right price. And you need to look objectively at those comparables. You can't say, well, my house feels nicer, it has a nicer feel to it. It cannot be an emotional choice. It needs to be based objectively on the data. So make sure you're doing that. Price your home appropriately. The last thing you want to do is to help sell your competition. You don't want to help sell your competition. And what I mean by that is that if a buyer can look at your home and another home that's on the market and can say, well, gosh, I can go down the street and for the same amount of money, I can get more square footage or more updates or a nicer kitchen or a bigger backyard or what have you. You don't want to make that competing house look more attractive. So make sure you're picking the right price up front. That way you'll sell for the highest amount of money in the least amount of time. Tip number 3 to get your home sold quickly is to know the transaction. This is a tough one because as a for sale by owner, you don't sell houses, I would imagine, on a daily basis like a realtor would. So you want to make sure that you get some advice. Know the transaction in and out. Know the steps. What happens? You're going to market the home, then you're going to receive offers and negotiate an offer. Then what happens after that? A lot of people think, oh, I got an offer, I'm done. That's not the case. You have to go through the due diligence phase. You have to go through the die testing. You have to go through the title search and the mortgage and the appraisal. And as you can see, there's a lot involved here. Unfortunately, this is where I see a lot of for sale by owners fall apart, is in this phase, because this is where the details are. And really, honestly, one little slip up could mean the difference between a closed deal and a deal that falls through. So make sure you research the transaction, especially in your municipality. What are the requirements there in order to sell a house? Is a die test required? Is an occupancy test required? An occupancy inspection required? Make sure you know those things in advance. That way, when it comes down to it, your deal is not falling apart at the very end of the transaction. Well, those are 3 quick tips, guys. If you are thinking of selling your home without the help of a realtor, you'll need to do those 3 things to make sure you get it sold as quickly and for as high of a price as possible. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you found value in this. Please do subscribe to our channel. Hit that subscribe button down below so you don't miss our monthly market updates and all of our weekly videos. Thanks again, guys, for watching. See you next time. Hey, if you liked that video and you want to learn more about the real estate market or about buying and selling real estate, be sure to hit the subscribe button down below.